Hey folks, my guest today is Alyona Misko. She's got really fuel. She's building Fuel Finance, which is fuel for your cloud-based financial department. She does spreadsheets, graphs, and automations. But her backstory is interesting. Obviously, founder and CEO, but she worked in finance for more than 10 years, being an expert in financial planning and risk management. During this period, she was a lecturer for students over 1,500, participated in incubators, and all-around startup person. 2 years ago, she launched Fuel Finance, dove deep into CEO staff details, trying to change the world of finance. It's fuelfinance.me if you want to follow along. Alyona, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for making time for me. The audience won't know this because you're wearing a massive smile and you look super healthy, but you're actually based in Ukraine. What part of Ukraine are you in?
I'm in Western Ukraine. It's near Lviv, but
Okay.
another city, one from Kyiv.
Yep. Well, again, thanks for reaching out. The second you reached out, I said, I want to obviously capture your story, talk about your startup, and I'm glad you're hopefully in a safe spot right now.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have like siren today, 1 hour ago, but I'm glad that I can talk now today with you.
So what happens? The siren goes off and you sort of go into a bunker or a basement or something?
Yeah. To bomb shelter usually
Wow, is that
we
where you are right
go.
now?
No, it's not bomb shelter. I'm now in co-working, but we have bomb shelter here, like near this co-working, so we all usually go there.
Okay, got it. Well, thanks for that extra context. I'm glad you're okay. Tell me about Fuel Finance. What do you give me a story of a customer that's paying you.
Yeah, first of all, like I was working really in finance a very long time, and I always see this problem, these huge problems that founders they really don't like their finance, and it's not something glamorous or not something very exciting for all people, not only for founders. But I'm really in love with finance, and I believe that it's like the new way of business management. It is a new way of thinking and like additional very cool skill for all founders. That's why we created Fuel to completely change the way how founders think about finance and make really cool, easy, fast financial function for all founders, for all startups, because I believe they can really grow faster and more efficient with good financial function.
So are these founders paying for your tool or CFOs at startups paying for the tool?
Founders. So we
Founders.
completely work with founders, and we really like cloud financial department. So we cover software parts with all automations and with planning, plan fact analysis, with all dashboards beautiful. And also we covered like financial success manager. They are like guided by our clients, guided by our financial success managers to help them understand what is going on inside their software and inside their all
Understood.
graphs.
And so what are companies or founders paying per month on average to use your tool?
Yeah, like we have subscriptions starting from $9.99 per month, and usually it's like our basic price with
That's like
our
a
clients.
thousand dollars, a thousand per month.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you launch the business? What year?
It was 2.5 years ago, so it was 2019 before COVID.
2019. And are you the sole founder, Alyona, or do you have a co-founder?
I was a solo founder, but 6 months ago, I am now have co-founder, Yaroslav. So now I'm not solo founder, and I'm happy.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right. So the teal is what a VC would pay. Yellow is what private equity. And red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise. They sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. How much equity did you give him or her?
Equity.
Yeah, did you give him equity?
Yeah, but it's not information that we are ready to share.
You owned 100% at the beginning though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And you still own the majority, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And how many folks are on the team today full time?
We have 23 people full time.
23. Wow. Okay. And how many paying customers today?
We have already 30 paying customers.
And they pay on average, you told us 1,000 per month. So you're doing about 30,000 a month in revenue.
Some of them paying more. So we have like the price starting from $1,000, but we have also other higher packages for more like later stage startups.
So 30 times your minimum price of 1,000 per month is 30,000 of monthly recurring revenue. It sounds like you're doing more. How much more?
We have like we're now growing from month to month, 15-20%.
That's great. And I guess if you're at like 30 or 40,000 a month today in revenue, where were you exactly 1 year ago?
We like 1 year ago, we were like completely 3 times less.
So what does that mean? Like, is that 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month?
Yeah, 10,000. It was a little bit like 10,000 a month 1 year ago.
Okay, so you've tripled the business then over the past 12 months.
Yeah, and we are keep growing even during the war.
That's amazing. And have you bootstrapped the business, or did you decide to raise?
We now like every time before like this month we were like bootstrap, and like all 2 years and a half we were like profitable and break even, and but now we already start to think about fundraising.
Mm-hmm. And how much would you look to raise?
We now think about 1-2 millions, but we still analyze the situation because we are really break even, and we simply want now to invest this money to boost sales, marketing, and product development, like with more speed.
Mm-hmm. Again, I mean, are you sure that more money will enable you to move faster? Like, do you know where you would plow that money into? Because obviously, dilution's a real thing. You got to give up a bunch of equity.
Yeah, we made many different tests like 1 year ago, and as I'm really a financial person, so I need to have like data proven ideas and very understandable and proven financial forecasts. That's why I had many thoughts about if we need to really fundraise because we are break even and we are growing. But on the other hand, I also understand that market and what we want to deliver to this market, what we want to create. We need much more, and we simply already understand what already works in sales and marketing for us, and especially we totally understand how products should be developed in the nearest like months and years. So that's why for us now at this period of time, fundraising is really reasonable, I think.
And Alyona, how much equity do you think you have to give up if you raise 2 million?
Well, we think about like we have now seed round basic. So it's like 15-20% usually when we talk about seed rounds. It's usually part of equity.
Yeah, you'd raise 2 million and this would be your seed round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're willing to sell 15 to 20% of the business for 2 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe this interview, people will reach out afterwards and go, I want to invest. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Maybe.
I mean, it is. I mean, look, everyone's going to be wondering, listening to this, like, how is she doing this in Ukraine in the middle of a war? I mean, are you just really good at compartmentalizing? How do you keep your team focused on this when they've got family members being killed and there's bombs flying and sirens going off?
I think that all Ukrainians now very hardworking. I think even more than it was before the war because now we have no other ways. So we all should work to help Ukrainian economy, and especially I also understand now all our team members when they work, it's like type of I think type also of relaxation and don't thinking about all other around and don't read like all different news. So that's why I think it's because like how we deal with it, with everything what is going on now in Ukraine. And that's why I think people stay productive. But yes, we now already understand after 2 months. So it's like we understand that it can be like much longer period of time with the war. So now we try to understand when we need like to make some short break and some day offs for different team members because it's also complicated to work. I think now we work like 15 hours per day and simply like without some weekend or something like that, because when we have time, we try to volunteer and make all other things. So we couldn't say that we have some weekend or time to rest now or like different hobbies, time for hobbies. So that's why we simply have work or help the country.
Understood. That makes sense. Well, again, we're obviously rooting for you guys, and congrats on balancing all of this and at one time. Shifting back to growth before we wrap up, you obviously are a tester. You're in analytics. You're all in on analytics. What does it cost you? What's your CAC to get a new $1,000 a month customer?
We have now cost of acquisition to like LTV to CAC ratio 7-1. So that's why we are like.
Well, that doesn't answer the question though. So what's the dollar value of the lifetime you're putting on a customer?
We now have approximate like lifetime value more than $20,000 per customer.
Okay. And so when you say 7-1, you're spending something like $2,500 to acquire a customer?
2,500 years, like something like that. Yes.
Yeah. So 20,000 of lifetime value divided by 2,500 of CAC is about an 8-1 or 7-1 ratio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where are you spending that 2,500 on CAC?
We now calculate in this amount only our hours spending because we don't have like digital marketing or some special investments in marketing. So we simply calculate like our salaries now.
Alyona, on that note, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, what's the last book that you read?
Last book, I'm now reading this book about ventures, Be Smarter Than Your Lawyer, because I had the recommendation that this book is very important to read before fundraising.
Number two, is there a founder or CEO that you're following or studying?
Founder or CEO? Couldn't remember. I really following now on Twitter founder of SaaSter. And I like posts that he had now, especially for SaaS businesses. I couldn't remember like his name, but it's really interesting.
Jason Latka. Yeah. Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building Fuel?
Favorite tool for building Fuel?
Yep.
Notion.
Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Now I think it's like 6 hours on average.
6. Okay. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Single.
Okay, no kids. And how old are you?
29.
29. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
When I was 20. No, I think everything was okay with me at 20.
It's not something that you wish you would change. It's just something you wish you knew.
Mm, yeah, one reason I wish I knew that I simply can ask everyone about like 30-minute call and ask about different recommendation about personal development. And I wish I could knew it much earlier than at 26 or 27.
Guys, there you have it. Fuel Finance, helping founders of startups understand their finances more clearly. They've grown from $10,000 a month up to $30,000 a month in revenue, or 360,000 in terms of run rate. She's building something special here. Team of 23. They're bootstrapped today and profitable, break even, looking at raising 2 million, selling to 15 to 20% of the business. We'll see if she can get it done, doing this all with her teammates in Ukraine, Western Ukraine, Eastern Ukraine, spread all out. Alyona, incredible story. Thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, three hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.